A lot of people, I don't think, get identity crisis and the fact that it's really not a thing. Like, we've been so preconditioned to think, like, confidence is a thing, identity crisis is a thing. Like, we have all these locked and loaded cultural assumptive kind of psychological movement things that we make up words for them and hope for the best. For me, it's not a crisis of identity. I don't believe for 1 second you're not trying to form identity at any given point in your life. In fact, quite the opposite. I think we are so caught and captured by who the hell we should be, are, might be, can be, that it's the only damn thing we're working for 24/7. So I don't think it's crisis. Maybe by crisis if they mean, like, certainly who at the core am I? Sure, I'll give that to them. But then somebody says, well, how do you find out who you are? How do you know who you are? Who are you? Who are you? Listen, the best way to clarify who you are is to serve the needs of others. Right? When was the last time, honest to God, and I just want you to do this real quick. When was the last time you jumped outside of whatever the hell it is you're up to 24/7 into the need of another? Now, some of you who listen to my crazy crap have heard me do this before. But it's just like, I can't help but get on this gerbil wheel sometimes and need this to be out there because I really want us to think about what we're doing in regard to other people's needs. Because that's the only damn thing we're doing down here, y'all. I don't care if you're in a sunny climate or a wintry climate. And right now I'm in a wintry climate. The only thing we're doing is really diving in to love and to the other needs of others. That's what we're doing. And the quicker you get there, the quicker you're going to be able to establish who you are to self. Really, who and how and what God has kind of put in you, man, for the world to take advantage of. That's the fact, Jack. That's just all there is to it. That's just all there is to it. I think of the great spiritual teachers that I have, the wonderful mentors that are in my life, my current spiritual director right now. Like, without her guiding me in to really clarifying and quantifying what I'm doing for other people, what I'm doing here and how I can be a landing pad in love and mercy and grace and compassion for other people, like big deal, We adopted 3 kids, me and my wife, and I'm not saying that like, oh, I need a pat on the back because I'm a great guy, because we didn't know what the hell we were doing when we adopted those 3 kids, for the record. We didn't. We had no clue. We had no idea that would radically transform how we saw ourselves. I do that like she's sitting next to me. It radically transformed. What do I mean? It means that as we looked in the mirror very carefully and clearly at the service that we were providing in adoption, it became super clear that those kids were actually saving our lives, because it gave us the ability to look deep inside of us, to who we were as human beings, our relationship to each other, our relationship to the divine, our relationship with those kids. And it became very, very clear that the highest and biggest and most glaring priority that we could have in our lives is to serve them at every step, every corner, every injustice, every way possible that we could, to be advocates for the very love that they would receive. No identity. Don't do it to yourself. Don't get out there and soup yourself up into the world's bullshit. Don't be grinding and diving into systems where you're supposed to be great and number one and all the best and the creation of ego and certainly the creation of fear. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. I'm not saying you can't be successful. I'm just saying don't take on the world's bullshit that says if you're not that, you're nothing. Don't do it. Serve others. Serve others to find that thing inside of you. You can have all the money and all the success you want. You can travel the world, drive your McLaren, have Bitcoin. I don't give a shit. You can do all that stuff. But you want to know who you are. And that's going to be found in the service of others. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow.